head down, hear the four-man bar. 116 demons grinding in the dark. Steel boots ringing on the concrete floor. I'm the reason that they bolt that door. You feel me coming in the factory hum, like a loaded verdict in a leaking drum. They own the building, but I own the night. When the siren quits, I still wanna fight. If the gears keep turning, then so do I. I'm the overtime shadow they can't deny. Ashes on overtime, burning my name. Sweat turn gasoline, feet in the flame. Blood ever tune riff like a chain on the wheel. Dark blues engine made of iron and wheel. Ashes on overtime, skin to the bone. You can keep the check, but the fire's my own. In the office with his tired plane, watching on a camera from a separate scene. He talks compliance and he talks brand safe. I talk with my knuckles when I bend his fate. Union man's tired, preacher's gone home, but I'm still stomping through the steel and chrome. You build your castle on my busted back. I plant dynamite in the railway track. You can raise the pro, well, cut the pay, but you can't stop a man who won't go away. Ashes on overtime, burning my name. Sweat turn gasoline, feet in the flame. The riff like a chain on a wheel. Dark blues engine made of iron and wheel. Ashes on check, but the fire's my own. Whistle blows, handshake, fuse lit. We turn night into day. Through the warehouse glass, shift change, walking like a funeral man. I wipe the soot off a crooked grin. Another long night, I refuse to give in. They'll log my hours, dock my pay, but they can't write down what I burned today. As long as smoke crawls under that sign, I'll be down here on the overtime line. Ashes on overtime, mark my trail from the loading dock to the time card jail. Dark blues foaming over rebel machine, running on anger and black caffeine. Ashes on overtime till the sirens cease. When the last gear stops, I'll be walking in peace. canal keeps secrets that the daylight won't touch, where Birmingham sinners learn they've said too much. You confess to the wrong priest in the dead of night. Now the water's waiting to make everything right. 83 echoes of a sinking stone heart. Cut canal confession tears your world apart. The deeper you sink, the clearer it gets. Some debts are paid with permanent regrets. Cut canal confession whispered to the black. Water drip snare, counting what you can't take back. Church bells mourn the fool who crossed the line. Dark blues baptism in the Birmingham brine. Cut canal confession, no priest can say. The family sends you floating to a watery grave. You thought the fog would hide the things you sold, trading family secrets for a purse of gold. But the canal reflects the truth you tried to bury. Chain around your ankle makes the judgment heavy. Gird drowns on slow like your final breath. Confession heard only by the angel of death. No salvation found in the murky tide, just the cold recitting where the traitors hide. Cut canal said, whispered to the black. Water drip snare, counting what you can't take back. Church bells mourn the fool who crossed the line. Dark blues baptism in the Birmingham brine. Cut canal confession, no priest can say. The family sends you floating to a watery grave. Confess your sins,
String pulls tight,
bubbles rise,
bubbles rise.
can a claim
Slowly,
brings the mist, but never brings you back. Just ripples on the surface where the light stays black. I light a cigarette on the cut's cold edge. Another confession sealed beneath the ledge. The city wakes, forgetting every name that fell. Cut canal keeps the stories that it'll never tell. Cut canal to Versa, final prayer unsaid. Water drips there, tapping for the newly dead. Dark blues preach down where the water turns black as coal, where the Spanish moss hides what the river stole. I walk barefoot on forgotten ground, where the living don't talk and the dead don't drown. 78 beats slow as death's crawl. I'm the voice that answers when you call. Bone dust preacher, roots run deep. I trade in secrets the graveyard keep. You bring me pain wrapped in your prayer. I burn the name and breathe the air. Bone dust preacher, shadow and smoke. I speak the words that can't be spoke. No cross, no crown, no book, no creed, just blood and earth in ancient need. Bone dust preacher, under the moon, the spell is cast. The dead come soon. They come with candles, they come with fear, whisper names they can't say clear. I draw the circle, I light the flame, I call the spirits by their stolen name. The dobro moans like a wounded beast. I'm the hunger at your midnight feast. Ashes to ashes, dust to bone. Nothing grows where I've been sown. You want revenge, you want it clean, but darkness feeds on what's unseen. Bone dust preacher, shadow and smoke. I speak the words that can't be spoke. No cross, no crown, no book, no creed, just blood and earth and ancient need. Bone dust preacher, under the moon, the spell is cast. The dead come soon. Straight from a woman in black, who learned it from bones that don't come back. She told me power ain't in the gun, it's in the words when the work is done. So I keep my circle, I keep my fire, and I feed the swamp what the swamp requires. Morning comes, but I don't leave. The fog remembers what you believe. Your enemy falls without a sound, just roots that pull them underground. 78 beats, slow and true. I'm the shadow that's following you. Bone dust preacher, shadow and smoke. I speak the words that can't be spoke. No cross, no crown, no book, no creed, just blood and earth and ancient need. Bone dust preacher, the price is paid in the swamp where the deals are made.
sharp as a hunter's blade, cutting silver lines across my path. I hear the hound stirring in the dark, old promises waking with quiet wrath. I walk this trail with trembling steps, but that was in a lesser skin. Tonight my shadow stands twice tall, and the night can't drag me back again. There's a vow I carved in the dirt long ago, one only the wild ones heard. A pledge of blood, a grit of truth, spoken low without a wasted word. Now every breath I take tonight feels sharpened by that oath I made. It pushes fire inside my bones, turns fear to steel, doubt to blade. The humming rises, a chorus of unseen teeth. The wind shifts like it's bowing to something beneath. When the hounds of the midnight pledge run free, footsteps echo on a hollow road, but none of them belong to foes. It's just the sound of who I was, finally letting go beneath my toes. The night tests every soul it meets, weighs your worth and pain and scars. But I've learned to take the blows and laugh. I've learned to talk back to the stars. Let the hungry dark surround me, let it chase and let it judge. I walk steady, guided by a promise I won't begrudge. Cellar door creaks heavy and slow, down where the illegal spirits flow. Gin clear as water, burns like a sin. Gunmetal taste where the nights begin. Men sit huddled in the smoky haze, counting lost bets and numbered days. I pour the shots with a steady hand, keeper of secrets in a lawless land. Gunmetal gin, a bitter song, drinking chaos to find the calm. Every bottle holds a liquid lie, helping sinners forget they'll die. Gunmetal gin song, sing it low, where the shadows and the whiskey go. Raise a glass to the ones who fell. Gunmetal gin, a toast to hell. Piano keys stained with nicotine, playing a tune that feels obscene. Coppers knock but the door stays shut, paid in full with a heavy cut. Revolver rests by the register drawer, just in case they ask for more. Women laugh with a painted smile, hide in fear for a little while. Gunmetal gin runs through the vein, numbing the loss, numbing the pain. Ice cubes melt in the amber light, washing away the wrong and right. Gunmetal gin song, sing it low, where the shadows and the whiskey go. Raise a glass to the ones who fell. Gunmetal gin, a toast to hell. Trumpet plays a frantic, discordant solo. Piano hammers dissonant chords. Bass walks faster and harder. Glass percussion rattles like a bar fight about to break out. Snare snaps like gunshots. They say prohibition saves the soul, but down here we dig a deeper hole. Laws are made for the sunlit street. Underground only the strong eat. Dawn creeps in through a cracked brick wall, last man standing against it all. Bottles empty, pockets light. Gunmetal gin won the fight. I wipe the bar with a rag of gray, ready to serve another day. When the sun goes down, the psalm returns. Gunmetal gin forever burns. Final prayer in a shot glass deep, before the city goes back to sleep. Cork the bottle, count the cash, waiting for the next crash. Gunmetal tea song, dark and deep, secrets sold that we cannot keep. Raise a glass to the ones who fell. close to hell. Clock hits midnight on a Tuesday night. Mop water shining in the flickering light. Keys on my belt and a dead-end grin. Garden doors, no one walks in. Vending machine hums a tired tune. Half-dead coffee in a paper moon. Whole damn city sleeping tight. Graveyard shift owns my life. I punch in, but I fade out. Shadow working full of doubt. Graveyard shift blues under buzzing lamps. Living like a ghost in the overtime camps. Paid in minutes that I'll never use. Clock hands bleeding these graveyard shift blues. Camera screens glow in a windowless room. Faces from the day already tuned. Phone in my pocket, no one to call. Just quiet halls and peeling walls. Dreams on pause in a metal chair. Fluorescent halo, blank stare prayer. Whole world chasing something new. I just chase this badge and shoe. I clock time but lose my own. Living hours I don't own. Graveyard shift blues on the buzzing lamps. Living like a ghost in the overtime camps. Paid in minutes that I'll never use. Clock hands bleeding these graveyard shift blues. The guitar drifts in circles over dragging beat. Bass throbs like a tired engine. Goodness swells and falls like a sigh at 3 a.m. Sunrise comes like a courtroom light, judging every wasted night. Paycheck thin as the break room air, so worn out past repair. Morning crowd pushes through the gate, trading my darkness for their weight. Slip out back with my nameless ache. Sleep through daylight I can't take. Dream of quitting, then I choke. Habits chain is made of broke. Till that day I cut it loose, I wear these graveyard shift blues. If I walk and never turn, will this midnight finally burn? Graveyard shift blues, pale and thin. Clock keeps winning, I don't win. If I disappear in these worn out shoes, let the time card show my graveyard shift blues. gets loud, screaming at the gate. Everyone's gotta hurry, everyone's gotta hate. I stand here planted in the soil I chose, watching the wind tear the petty clothes. They want a reaction, they want a flinch, but I don't give a mile and I don't give an inch. Mouth shut tight, eyes fixed straight, let the storm exhaust itself against my weight. Noise is cheap, words are light. I speak in mass and I speak in height. Granite slab silence, heavy on the ground, absorbing the shock without making a sound. 82 beats of a heart turned stone, standing in the center, absolutely alone. No cracks, no fissures, no sign of the strain. Granite slab silence in the pouring rain. Riff drags slow like a glacier move, drums hit solid in the deepest groove. I've carried burdens that would break a back, stored them in the basement in a quiet stack. You won't see me crying, you won't see me beg. Pain is just a feeling in a working leg. If the roof caves in, if the walls turn dust, I'll be the pillar holding up the trust. Let them panic, let them run, I'll stay put till the job is done. Granite slab silence, heavy on the ground, absorbing the shock without making a sound. 82 beats of a heart turned stone, standing in the center, absolutely alone. No cracks, no fissures, no sign of the strain. Granite slab silence in the pouring rain. Soft men break when the weather turns cold, looking for a blanket or a hand to hold. I learned my lesson from the mountain face. Endurance is the only saving grace. Don't move for thunder, don't move for flood. Keep the iron settling in the blood. Sun burns hot, then the night freeze comes, testing the feeling in the fingers and thumbs. I don't complain about the heat or frost, I count the victory, never count the cost. When history looks for the ones who stood, they'll find me here like I said I would. Not a statue, not a hero's pose, just a quiet strength that the granite knows. Final testament, written in gray, the man who didn't have a word to say. Granite slab silence, heavy on the ground, absorbing the shock without making a sound. 82 beats of a heart turned stone, standing in the center, absolutely alone. No cracks, no fissures, no sign of the strain. Granite slab silence, I remain. Dust devil spins where the old road bends, swallowing tracks that never end. And I cough up earth from a lifetime breeze, every grain of promise unkept, unweaved. No water cleanse what the wind has sown, just a dry curse rattling my bones. Town's gone quiet since the last well dried. Dust devil doctrine can't be denied. Every swirl hides a face I knew, spinning sins till they're black and blue. Dust devil doctrine, choke and bind, grinds your name out of humankind. No prayer stops what the whirlwind knows. Dust devil doctrine, where the reaper grows. Sly cries sharp like a shattered pane. Drums shuffle slow in the hurricane. Kids used to chase them like laughing games. Now they swallow whole farms, swallow names. I see my wife in the vortex eye, mouth and come home as she twists by. No grave markers when the dirt takes all. Dust devil doctrine makes the strongest fall. Wind don't forgive, wind don't forget, carries your dead on a cold wind bed. Dust devil doctrine, choke and bind, grinds your name out of humankind. No prayer stops what the whirlwind knows. Dust devil doctrine, where the reaper grows. Stand still, will it pass me by? Or does it live where my shadow lies? One more turn and the world goes blind. Dust devil doctrine claims what's mine. Dawn comes pale through a curtain of grit. Nothing left but the devil's spit. I walk the flats where the houses stood, tasting my life in the mouth full of mud. No survivors when the twister calls, just empty land and whispering walls. Final lesson that the dry earth teaches, dust devil doctrine never reaches. Last gust fades, but the taste stays true. Dust devil doctrine lives in you. Dust devil doctrine spin and destroy. Takes every girl, takes every boy. No prayer stops what the whirlwind knows. Dust devil doctrine forever grows. dying light. Didn't say his name, didn't need to ask. Smelled like sulfur in a whiskey flask. He said, boy, I know what brought you here. Desperation's got a particular smell I can hear. 82 beats, slow as dread, making deals with the walking dead. Shake his hand and the deal is done. No turning back when the setting sun. Crossroads collector, taking his due. Gave you the fire, now he's taking you. No second chances, no holy plea, just the price of wanting to be free. Crossroads collector, shadow and bone, claiming the souls he already owned. Slide cries lonesome like a funeral bell. Harmonica moans what I can't tell. He wrote my name in the Georgia clay. Said you got 7 years before I come to stay. Money rolled in, luck turned sweet, but every night I hear his feet. Thunder close, a cicada scream, living in the middle of a borrowed dream. Calendar pages falling like leaves. Devil, don't forget what the sinner believes. Crossroads collector, taking his due. Gave you the fire, now he's taking you. No second chances, no holy plea, just the price of wanting to be free. Crossroads collector, shadow and bone, claiming the souls he already owned. Preacher told me pray and you'll be saved, but the devil laughs at a coward's grave. I try to run to the county line, but every road leads back to mine. I standing at my cabin door, the same crooked smile as 7 years before. I ask for mercy, I ask for time. He just points to the contract line. No angels coming, no righteous fight, just a crossroads collector in the dead of night. Crossroads collector, debt is paid, dragging me down to the bed I made. No second chances, no holy plea, just the cold hard truth of eternity. Crossroads collector, final call, the man who trades his soul footsteps walk away in the sun. One last song morning, no, then nothing.
Planted my hopes in a bed of red clay, watched the sun burn the mercy away. 7 years leaning on a rusted out plow. The earth is a debtor who won't pay me now. Water turned bitter in the bottom of the well, tasting like sulfur in the secrets of hell. The corn stands yellow like a dead man's teeth, grinning at the hunger that lives underneath. No rain in the clouds, no grace in the sea, just the dirt and the dark and the desperate need. Blighted furrow won't grow a thing except the gray sorrow that the winter will bring. 76 beats of a harvest gone wrong, singing the dirt black starving man song. Dig it deep, dig it wide, blighted furrows where the hope died. Resonator scrapes like a locust wing, shovel thoughts mark what the seasons bring. Old man Miller hung himself in the shed, better to be hanging than to wait to be fed. My wife's got a look like a flickering lamb, afraid of the mortgage and the evening damn. I talk to the crows and they talk back to me, pointing their beaks at the hanging tree. The land is a ghost that's forgotten its name, and every new season is more of the same. Blighted furrow won't grow a thing except the gray sorrow that the winter will bring. 76 beats of a harvest gone wrong, singing the dirt black starving man song. Dig it deep, dig it wide, blighted furrows where the hope died. If I pray to the sky, it just spits back dust. If I pray to the plow, it just answers in rust. So I pray to the worm and I pray to the rot, to take what I have and to leave what I'm not. Moonlight reveals what the daylight conceals, the movement of shadows on the breaking wheels. The furrow is open, the furrow is deep, a place for the secrets that the farmers keep. I'll lie down tonight in the rows of the dead, with a stone for my heart and a stone for my head. The blighted earth is the only thing true, taking back everything I tried to do. Final seeds falling on a barren floor, I ain't gonna plant this ground anymore. Take me back in, wash away the labor and wash away the sin. 76 beats till the roots take hold, down in the belly where the silence is gold. Blighted furrow, close up tight. Blighted furrow. Good night.
40 years on this rock alone, talking to the wind on a telephone. Waves smash hard against the granite wall. I answer the sea whenever it calls. Light goes around in a blinding sweep, watching the secrets the ocean keeps. A black salt crusting on the window pane, rust eating through the iron chain. Ain't no whiskey can warm this chill when the Atlantic wants to break your will. Black salt and roost eating my name. Foghorn bellows like a beast in pain. A tawny wheezing a funeral song. Nights are endless and the days are wrong. Black salt and roost blinding my sight. Keeper of the grave, prisoner of the light. I saw a ship go down in '83, screams swallowed up by the hungry sea. I kept the logbook, I wrote the date, but I never told them it was sealed by fate. Ghosts walk the gallery stairs at noon, howling at the face of a waterlogged moon. My hands are leather, my heart is stone, king of a kingdom of skin and bone. The stairs wind up and the stairs wind down, but there ain't no way back to the town. Black salt and rust eating my name. Foghorn bellows like a beast in pain. Accordion wheezing a funeral song. Nights are endless and the days are wrong. Black salt and rust blinding my sight. Keeper of the grave, prison of the light. Storms coming in, waves rising high, lights going out. Ocean takes what the land can't hate. When I die, don't dig no ground. Just throw my body where the lost are found. Let the crabs and the currents pick me clean. Erase the memory of the things I've seen. The light will spin for another ghost, but I'll be the shadow at the edge of the coast. Black salt and rust, final decay. Foghorn calling the end of the day. Accordion fading in the salty mist. Dark blue sailor that the devil kissed. Black salt and rust, silence at last. Drown in the future, drown in the past.